Hello. Hello, everyone. It is Amy from AMPO here. I hope that you are having an outstanding week. We are digging in deep on strategic planning and why strategic planning is so important to fundraising. This is something that I am really excited to talk to you guys about and really excited to be able to go deep into this topic and spend some time understanding the intersection point between strategic planning and fundraising. It is critically important that these two elements are playing together well in your organization, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can make that happen. So, strategic planning always starts with mission, vision, and values. What is the mission of the organization? What is your vision and what are your values? And the first thing that needs to be determined is that idea of recommitting to those things. Do they still make sense? Perhaps your mission was created 100 years ago. Does it need an update? Does it need a refresh? What about that vision? Does that vision still hold true? Or do we need to go in there and play around with it a little bit, make sure that it makes sense? And the one that more often than not, when I'm working with an organization, the one that we really need to dig in on are the values. Sometimes organizations don't have them. Sometimes they are in a folder. Maybe they're attached to a previous strategic plan that's in a binder on a shelf somewhere. Oftentimes, these are not something that are currently really being a living, breathing part of the organization and the strategy. So we need to go in and we need to make sure that we are creating or setting those values. Because the reason why is that your mission, your vision, and your values, when they are crafted correctly and when you are utilizing them correctly, they become a filter for your programmatic elements. So you should be able to see all of your programs and be able to lay them out and see how they tie back to your mission, your vision, and your values. If they don't do this, that's a sign that maybe you've had a little bit of mission creep in your organization. And so then there's two things that you need to figure out. Are you going to keep the programs that no longer align, or do we need to do some work on the mission, vision, and values so that we broaden them a little bit so that we make sure that they are incorporating the other programmatic elements that are going on? So that's why it's critically important that in any strategic planning process, you start with the mission, vision, and values. And so how that relates to fundraising is that mission, that vision, and those values start to interplay with how we talk about impact. When you're thinking about impact, when you're thinking about that impact story, you're going to utilize these three elements. The community has a problem, your organization has a solution, and donor dollars are needed. The community problem directly relates to your mission, your vision, and your values, most especially your vision, because the community problem that you are trying to solve is the opposite of your vision. So if you're saying that we want to end childhood hunger, the vision, that's your vision, you want to end childhood hunger. The community problem that you're solving is that kids are hungry. So see how this stuff starts to interplay with each other and how important it is that we are building that strong foundation through strategic planning. Stick with me. We're going to keep digging deep on this. We're going to keep really digging in and understanding how these two elements play together and how you can create a really successful strategic plan and fundraising program together to advance the mission of your organization. Have a great week, everyone.